late night morning stream. And alright, suicidal. If only Save the Light was co-op. Ha.
Okay. What I'm going to do is go to freaking get that pizza cutter now that I know where to freaking uh
You learned
buff
so
it up
much
at.
stuff watching my stream.
Yeah, I did. I learned that I know where to buff the pizza cutter up at. I know where to find some of the schematics, not all of them, but some of them. Dang, I learned so much watching that thing.
I'm glad I could be educational.
Thank you.
Smart. Now finish the job.
Thought I'd never hear that out of my mouth.
Alright. We take it to the business forge for some reason. I'm gonna take it there.
Fuck you bitches.
I think this game is mostly just about running through town and collecting stuff you need to level up before advancing to the main story. It's really fun. I enjoy myself quite a bit playing this. Probably more than I should.
I don't know, I think you enjoyed me more playing, I don't know.
Yeah, when I first started playing this, I really didn't have a single clue what to do in the game yet. But now that I actually have a more of a slight idea, I'm gonna enjoy playing it more.
Yeah, now you gotta beat it.
Until last night, I didn't know you could actually go inside the big donut.
That was the last one. Get to the indicated
Yeah, like
pod
what the
for
fuck? I
resupply.
kinda felt,
like,
I felt stupid.
But you'll live.
I had no clue you could go inside the big donut.
I'm just like, okay, you can barely go in any buildings. I'm like, why would you even be
Glad
able
you
to
made
go
it
in there?
back. Don't bleed on anything.
Well, the big donut is kind of like a landmark place in the show, so it wouldn't surprise me you should be able to go in there.
More Zeds on the way.
Well, still, I would have
Start to
never
wrap
thought
things
of
up,
it.
as they say.
Here we go. Right, we're trying this. What we're going to do is go to Business Forge, do the pizza cutter thing, and
How many
I
schematics
don't
do
even
you
know where
got
they are.
currently?
Zeds are getting closer.
All right. Warp to Business Forge.
Time's up.
Do you
We're
really
gonna go
have
to
any
Business Forge and do
schematics
pizza
at
cutter.
all?
What you say?
Do you have any schematics at all?
Hang on, let me look for myself. I'm going to. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness. Pizza cutter, ice cube, American Doodle.
Remember what that ice cube goes to?
But there are plenty
I remember where it goes to, but in fact, I gotta go back to the big donut and give it to Sadie. Alright, pink adult pizza cutter, chroma. I have light blue chroma, violet chroma. I got the sword schematic 1. It's almost done. The whip schematic and the gauntlet schematic. I need another red chroma for the gauntlet schematic. Once I get the gauntlet schematic, I can freaking break down obsidian stuff. So I gotta upgrade Guardian's gauntlets. And Steven's shield, I don't know where to find that at. The second part of his shield, I don't know where to find that at yet.
You'll find it in due time.
His shield, I don't know where to find that yet. I think he's still got the basic. Oh no! Wait a minute! Wait. he's got I upgraded his shield already apparently, but he's got I still got to find a tier 3 version of the shield. Okay. And I still gotta find one more red chroma for Garner's Gauntlets.
Perfect.
I cannot believe this episode has been that long ago. So this show was this game was taking place after that episode.
Patch yourself up.
You know the funny thing about it is they're actually okay with him doing this, using a legendary weapon forge to fix a pizza cutter.
Bonjour.
They're okay with this.
Tools of trade.
I would be okay with it. I don't care.
Yeah, it's just a pizza cutter.
What the hell's a pizza cutter gonna do?
Yeah, what's the worst a pizza cutter could do? That pizza?
Hell, I think at the end of the game he probably used that pizza cutter to cut that pizza.
Probably did. I know now that Hess Knight's gonna be a tough fight.
More Zeds on the scope. Back to it, mes amis.
Honestly, to me, she wasn't that tough except for her instant kill. I hate that.
Yeah, she freaking went after Spear, which ticked me off to no end. Like, you do not touch the child. Pearl, you doubt everything. What are you talking about?
Zeds remain.
I was having right in front of you. I hope these new episodes aren't crap. I really do.
Shit.
Dragon.
What?
I just honestly hope these upcoming episodes.
Ow, you
Looking at
son of a bitch.
how well the game is made compared to the show, dude. It's just sad. It really is. Compared to how the game is made compared to the show. And you said it well a couple nights ago. When I was watching you live stream this game, it's like we were watching the show as like how it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Steven seems way more confident in this game than he is in the show. The gems seem way more. I don't want to say caring because they're caring because they care about him in the show as we talked about last night. They care about him in the show as well, but they just seem more caring in the game than they do in the show. Like the characters are more fleshed out in the game than they are in the actual show. Like they seem more caring and more in tune how Steven's feeling in the game than the actual show. And it's pretty sad. As hard as that makes him believe, it seems like they seem more in tune with how he's feeling in the game than he is in the show. Than they are in the show.
Oops, that's not the button I wanted to press. Oops. Oh wait, that was the button I wanted to press. Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh wait, I'm half fucking tired, that's why.
Immune to burn effect. You have no idea how badly I need that right now. How badly I need it right now. I'm immune to freaking burn. Alright, talk to Medallion.
Where you at currently? Have you made it to the square dot level or?
But there are plenty left.
I love how they do this in the show. It just seems more. The game just seems more. It's like the game has ruined the show for me. As bad as that seems for bad per se, the game has literally ruined the show for me. It really has. Because of how well the game is made compared to the show. It has literally ruined the show for me. but I almost don't want to watch the new episode because seeing how well and how well thought out the game is
Get
made
to the
compared to the
indicated
actual
pod for
show
resupply.
is amazing to me. How lazy they are on the show,
Get yourself
but the
fixed
game
up.
just is freaking impeccable.
Seriously, still curious who that voice actor for Hesse Knight is, though.
What you say?
Seriously curious who the
Bring up the
voice
trading
actor for
controls
Hesse
and
Knight
upgrade
is.
your gear.
I didn't catch that. What you say?
I said I'm curious of what the
We're almost out of
voice
time.
actor's name for
Make
Hesse
your
Knight
choices.
is.
He was a freaking beast in this game too. I can't wait to upgrade the shield.
Yeah, man.
This boy's a monster in this
Zeds
game.
are getting closer.
No.
Well, yeah, he's the monster when you get that shield upgrade, but that's like almost at the end of the game,
Time's
which
up.
sucks.
Go kill some Zeds.
But you know,
He just literally took out 2 of those things.
it's kind of worth it to wait that long, because then you get to kick Hesse Knight's ass as Steven, so like, yeah.
What you say?
Damn,
Dragon, what you say?
am I speaking like deadly quiet?
Kinda. What you say?
A solid start. But many Zeds
I
remain.
said that it's kind of worth it to wait for that upgrade for the shield, so you can kick Hesse Knight's ass at the end of the game.
Yeah, because you get some damage in Steven at the end of the game against Hessamite. Phew. You better do those monsters in the end. And you know something? I think Steven's just getting even stronger every episode of the actual show, but they're just taking forever to do it. They really are. Like in this game, it's like
Yeah, the game kind of just progressed that a little faster.
yeah, way faster than he does in the show. Like, for instance, I think just the way he is in the show in the game now is better than how he is in the show. In the game, he's far more confident in what he does. He's far more confident. You know what I mean? He doesn't hate himself like he does in the show. Which like I said last night, that's his one flaw. He does not hate himself the way he does in the show, which I think is amazing. And the gems are far more into how he's feeling. Like Pearl constantly wants to know if he's all right. Amethyst is very supportive, and Amethyst is very supportive as well. It's just this, like you said before. You said it perfectly a couple minutes ago. This is how the show should be, but they're too lazy to make it like this. Right now, we got a bunch of Twilight depressing BS going on in the show. Great. With Lapis leaving the planet and everything and stuff like that. And you know the funny thing about it is, the game has literally ruined the show for me. The game is like watching the show. Playing the game is literally watching the show the way it actually should be, instead of how it is now. Like I said, the game has literally ruined the show for me.
Well, you
The
can't
game is quite literally.
you can't entirely say
Huh?
that.
Huh?
I said you can't entirely say that.
But the fact of the matter is, it's true though. I mean, for crying out loud, the show is just trash now.
More Zeds on the scope.
It is. It honestly is. And Steven's my favorite character, but the fact of the matter is, they ruined a lot of elements that made the show good. And it's really bad how they're doing it now. I mean, for crying out loud, okay, I'll give you an example. Compare the gems now to how in the game, how they are in the show. Pearl is way more, she's less, I don't want to say less arrogant, arrogance is. They seem more like, dang it, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I can just describe them the way they are at the game compared to how they are on the show. They seem more, I want to say more into how Steven is actually responding to certain things than they are in the show. But they seem more like, dang, the term I can't think right now. I want to say more maternal, I think, but I don't want to go that route. They seem more like mother figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Amethyst for crying out loud. Amethyst didn't seem more like a mother figure in this game. Shoot. These are the gems how they should be, and Steven is just amazing in this game as well. For crying out loud, you literally used him to take out Pissing Knight. And the moments they had in Bismuth Forward was just amazing. Crying out loud, man. Seeing Steven react like when he see the statue of his mom, I'm like, dang, what? Where is this kind of stuff in the actual show? This game is based off the dang show. Where is this in the actual show?
You know, think maybe that Rebecca Sugar was busy with the game, so...
I don't believe it was just too busy. I highly doubt that because you could put more. I'm not gonna. The show's been on for 5 seasons now. You can put way more. If it was on for like 1 or 2 or 2 seasons, then I can understand you get a little bit lazy. But the show's literally been on for 5 seasons now, and nothing really has. You're making stupid decisions in the show, and it's been on for 5 seasons now. This game just recently came out a few months ago.
I wouldn't even say a few months ago.
Yeah, it came out last year. And I think it's kind of disgusting that how she literally put more time and effort into the game than just the actual show. Like she wants the show to fail and be bad. Cause I'm not saying that SU is a bad. I don't hate SU. I just hate the way it's run. I really do. Because you put more effort into the game than you do the show. Really? I mean, we got more information about the gems and the war than we in this one game than we did in 5 seasons of the show.
Enemies on the scope.
That's pretty sad. I'm telling you right now, if nothing changes in these new episodes, if Steven is still have information withheld from him, I'm done with this show because it's sad how you put all that effort in the game, but not in the actual show. It's real. Rebecca's slacking. I swear she is. And on top of that, I'm not gonna say the gems don't care. I think we talked about this yesterday. The gems don't. It's not that the gems don't care, because with the game or the show, one thing remains the same. They love this boy dearly. They do. They love this boy dearly. I mean, for crying out loud, they love this boy dearly. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't seem. It seems like a more genuine love and affection in the game than it does in the show. The love in the show just seems more fake, if anything. And I really hate saying that, but it just seems more fake. If you can even say that. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
Well, what I basically mean is they love him for who he is in the game, not in the show. I have to say that. I know that sounds harsh, but it kind of looks like the way I see things. They do. I mean, they care about him. They do. And I think something you said last night kind of interested me a bit. You said they care about him enough to where remember, Steven's 14 years old with the weight of the intergalactic war on his shoulders. And you clarified this yesterday. He's 14 with the weight of the intergalactic war on his shoulders. Yet, yet he I'm coming to the conclusion now that maybe they don't tell him this because they don't want to put more pressure on him. Like you said last time, maybe they don't want to put more pressure on him. I think in my heart now, I think I know they know what he's going through in the show. I think it's really starting to come more apparent. They know what he's going through and don't want to put him through more pressure. Because we're kind of like he's 14 years old with the weight of the war on his shoulders. Think about how much pressure that must be on him. I mean, what other and give credit to him. He tried to stay cool under the pressure, but how much more can he take? I mean, you said something very interesting too. How would a normal 14-year-old react to this?
I would see a normal 14-year-old basically in the mental hospital.
Yeah, Steven's still out here trying to do his best to help out. But yeah, they're just proving how strong he can be, how strong Steven is. But the thing about it is, though, I think the Gems know that what he's going through is bad. But the thing about it is, though, I guess in their mind, why put more pressure on him? Why make this? Why screw up his mind even worse? I think really getting to that point. Why screw up his mind even worse?
Invest wisely. You've got a real fight ahead.
Because I think they know they pretty much wrecked this boy's life in a lot of ways. I think in a way that in Dragon, you can agree with me on this. I think the Gems know that inadvertently they've kind of screwed up this boy's life.
Glad you made it back.
I think in a lot of ways, each one of them know they've kind of screwed up his life in a lot of ways. Inadvertently, it may have been inadvertently, but they have. They screwed up Steven's life in a lot of ways. Whew.
There's Zeds on the scope. Must close the pod very soon.
And I think he just wants. I think Steven would kill for a normal life right now. Just a sense of normalcy would do this boy wonders. But like I said last night, the one thing Steven's got to learn how to do is just love himself. That's really what you got to learn how to do. You don't love yourself, then you're gonna hurt even worse. You know what I mean?
Time's up. Go kill some Zeds.
Let me level this boy up.
Well, I guess let's find out.
Huh?
I said let's find out.
Yeah, I just wish he'd love himself more honestly, because you hate to see a kid like Steven hate himself so much. But the thing about it is, though, and really he has no reason to. A lot of these things that happened when during the Gem War, he wasn't even alive for, so why hate yourself? Others he wasn't even alive for, so what? He was not even alive for. So why hate yourself for it?
Seriously. Like, Steven, I understand
really,
you got
like I
all
said
this
last
weight
night-
on your shoulders, but like, gotta learn to love yourself, man.
I know, but I mean, like you said, there's a whole weight on his shoulders, like you said, but dude, you gotta learn how to love yourself. You gotta put yourself first now. I know you're trying to help everybody else out, be what they want you to be, but forget everybody else. You're the one, you're breaking down right now, and you need to look, you need to direct that love that you showed everybody else, you show yourself. Like, you're literally just breaking down right now for something that really wasn't even your fault. It's even your fault. And the crazy thing about it is, like I said before, Dragon, like I said yesterday, you can put some of that on the Gems too, because how much they've fallen over roads. But you know, I think it kind of goes both ways. I'm honestly think it kind of goes both ways now. I think about 70% of it is the Gems pressuring him to. I think about 80% of it is the Gems pressuring him to be like his mom. The other 20% is just the pressure he puts on himself. But really, the kind of pressure he puts on himself. 80% of it is the Gems, 20% of it is him.
Ouch.
Kids. Wow, I crashed into him and still killed him. I cannot get over how beastly Steven is in this game.
Well, you've seen it for yourself, so.
Get wrecked.
Hey, one viewer, what's up? My phone is down there. I must get it.
Good start. Now finish the job. Allez.
Ow. Ass. Hole. Ouch.
hatch out. Nice work. We can reopen the trader pod soon. Perfect. Pod is open again. Let's get you restocked. You need medical attention.
Pops would love this. Oh, yeah.
Bonjour. Come and get your tools of trade.
To why I'm even still up is beyond me.
Bring up the trading controls and upgrade your gear. Last chance. I have to power down the pod. Pod's closed. Go make a difference.
Yo, person, hold on. I'll get my phone. I noticed you joined the stream, so I'll get my phone so you can comment. I can look at stuff. Do the tag with the tag. Ow. Bitch. I used to never stream.
Okay, wait a minute. No, no, no. He did not just say that was perfect. He just made a pun at a pro's name. Even you sneaky little. Ugh. He did not just say that was perfect.
Come on, that's Steven. He's got to make that one sneaky joke.
And you know what? That's what I like about him so much. Dang, I cannot believe I didn't see that earlier. I'm glad I caught that. He makes puns. How can anybody hate this boy? How can anybody hate this boy? How can anybody do it?
Alright, person, I got my chat open, so...
Alright. How can any human person hate this boy?
I don't know.
The Jedi technically aren't humans, but still. How can anybody hate this boy?
Hessenite sure hated him, so...
But many Zeds remain.
Like, Hessenite's not human, so... Hessenite's not human.
I know.
Anybody hates him?
Hessenite only hates him because he took his prism thing.
And you know, at the end of the game, she when you chose the good ending, she actually said, "You're a wise little creature," meaning him. So, she's trying to show respect towards Steven.
I wonder if, like, in that ending, you kind of changed Hessenite in a way.
Probably did, but that's just who Steven is. That really is who he is. That's what I like about him so much. He's really just that person who.
He just somehow has that power to forgive all kinds of other people and change them to good.
Look at Paradigm. Look at Paradigm and Lapis. Even before Lapis left, she hugged him saying, "Good luck." She hugged him saying, "Good luck." So you can tell she still shows love towards him for all he's done for her.
Could it be more than love?
I hope Stephens becomes canon. Probably won't, but I just hope so. Anyway, like I was saying, she just, she still cares about him. And the thing about it is, I honestly believe Steven is the one that gets her to come back to Earth.
There's one flesh pound that
I don't think she comes back to Earth, to be honest, because in that leak, I don't think Steven's actually on Earth. I don't think...
You earned the money. Now spend it.
You think he's talking to her from somewhere else. So you don't think in that leak either Steven or Lapis are on Earth right there?
Yeah, I literally think they're somewhere else.
Make your choices.
Yeah, because keep in mind, we saw the gems in Paradigm, but we didn't see Steven and Lapis in the same place. So Steven and Lapis might be in a separate place than where the gems are. So they're not. Steven may not still be on Earth.
Time's almost up. Vite.
either he's on his way back. My thing is this: he's either on his way back to Earth, or possibly
Go kill some
he stayed
Zeds.
back and Connie went back to Earth. So because they were unfused again. So maybe he stayed back and Connie went back. He said Connie back to Earth to let him know where he was. He went to go find Lapis. That's my guess. He went to go
I
find
wouldn't
Lapis.
doubt that Steven would do that.
Yeah, he probably sent Connie back to Earth, but he stayed and went to go find Lapis. And he ended up finding her.
To how Connie would even accept to leave is beyond me.
Let's call that your warm-up.
That's my question. Like, there was probably some tension. I'm not gonna say tension between them, but Connie was probably like, well, what about us doing stuff together? What happened to that? I mean, but he probably convinces Connie to go back to Earth. He probably convinced her. He probably convinced Connie to go back. In some way, he convinced Connie to go back to Earth. He somehow convinced her to do it. But I'm assuming that he stays behind to go find Lapis.
That's the only guess I
And I
got.
guess the reason he isn't with the gems is because Connie tells them that he stayed behind to go find. I guess he tells them about their space adventure, and then he stayed behind to go find Lapis.
Yo, I would totally see them making a bomb, the quest to find Lapis or something like that.
And Steven might have stayed behind to go find Lapis. He might have done that. That's what I'm thinking, because he probably sent Connie, like I said, he probably sent Connie back to Earth, so she wouldn't be involved in this. So more than likely, after he finds Lapis, that's when he heads back to Earth.
So cool that if I like literally just happen to look on YouTube and I see a bomb that's being confirmed, the quest to find Lapis, I'm like, oh, yes!
So more than likely, he stayed behind to go find Lapis. That's what I'm thinking. Because come on, the leak we saw, he wasn't with the gems or Paradigm. Even the thing we saw of Lapis was a shadow, like orb thing. So that wasn't the actual Lapis on screen. The one we saw was the actual Lapis we saw on screen was Steven was standing behind her in a completely different area than where the gems were. So more than likely, Steven stayed behind in space to go find
Glad you made
Lapis.
it back.
I'm sorry, but I'm like so eager to hear Lapis sing.
Well, she's singing about somehow she's no longer alone. So she missed something. She's no longer alone.
Zed's on the way.
So whatever
Let's wrap
happened,
things up, as they say.
Steven must have done something. Must have done something to make her feel she's no longer alone.
Hey, Zed,
Maybe she did
come
some
here.
reflecting, I don't know.
Also, I think her and Steven are gonna come back to Earth together, because I think finding Lapis is really gonna,
Yo, second viewer, what's up?
I think if he finds
All hands on the
Lapis,
scope.
then they come back to Earth together. But my question is
Jake,
this:
shut up.
Huh?
I was telling my dog to shut up.
My question is this though: How do you think Connie reacts to him wanting to stay back to find Lapis?
Connie doesn't
No,
have
there
anything
is.
against Lapis though.
I know she doesn't, but
Even though I
keep in
make
mind,
tons of
this is the same-
fanfics where she does.
I love those fanfics where she's a freaking what? Dang, I love those fanfics. Those are the Stappets ones. Those are cool to watch. Those are cool. Those ones really read.
Even though I did make that one, which was my very first Stappus fic, Unique Love, and I had Connie actually change.
I still have that in my library. Unique Love. I'm reading that. I'm still like, I read that mess over and over again. And I love how you say how Steven's mom is Pink Diamond. I love how you use that theory.
I don't know, it's just an idea that came to me and I just like, screw it, I'm gonna do it.
And it's amazing because you had him proof Paradigm, and the gems are like, Steven, why would you do that? Why would you proof her? And he's like, she wasn't helping out, so I just did. So I just proved her. She wasn't helping us. And Amethyst asked him, Steven, you've changed. What happened to the Steven that will want to change a bad person into a good person? I'm like, that line, that to I'm able to say that to you is like really stuck out to me for some reason. Like,
That's
oh
nearly
boy,
all of
oh boy. If the people who've been around you, someone knows you have a change in you,
Hey,
and
AM
it's
Gamer,
not a
what's
good
up?
one, that's bad. But I wonder if that's going to be the case, because more than likely, he's going to stay behind in space to try to find
things are about
Lapis.
to get serious.
I just don't think Kai's going to take it very. Part of me just doesn't think Kai is going to be very cool about him going to space, staying in space again, just done to find Lapis.
I think it's partially just for the fact he was stuck in space for that long, and then he finally comes back, and then he goes back in space, and then he's gone for a long time again.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, if he can handle himself in space, give this boy some credit. He can handle himself now. I'm so sick of them making Steven have to be so freaking weak. The boy has clearly proved he can handle himself. And that really kind of gets to me sometimes about the show. Don't make this boy out to seem like he's weak. He can clearly handle himself. I mean, that whole wanted arc proved once and for all he can handle himself without Connie, without the gems there. The Bismuth episode proved he can handle himself without any of them there. So yeah, this whole thing about saying he can't do anything in space, yes, people may want to check himself with that.
Get back to work.
Yeah, he kind
All
of...
Zeds inbound.
He did a little fighting in that, episode.
What?
Wanted
Wanted
episode.
arc?
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually basically helped. Him and Lars both did a bunch of fighting. I mean, he deflected the lasers with his shield, and really before Lars actually got killed.
Yo, dude,
He
I
was
was
the one
actually...
whose powers-
It's sad, though. As much as I hated Lars, I was almost gonna cry because he was dead.
Yeah, but Steven brought him back to life. I hated Lars too. I still kind of do, honestly. But you know, funny thing about what I like about it is, in the Lars and the Stars episode, him and Steven had a better relationship, and I like that. Did you notice that? Am I the one who actually noticed that?
Honestly, it kind of pissed me off of what Lars said. He's like, I'm supposed to be hanging out with the cool kids, not Sadie. I'm like, are you fucking serious, bro?
Yeah, that kind of got to me too because, okay.
I'm like, this girl has been so depressed that you've been gone, pretty much sleep deprived. She quit her job just to find happiness, and you're mad at her. Come on now.
Oh boy, I know. I heard that part and got ticked. Like, dude, really? Come on now. That's just plain selfish on your part, Mars.
I'm like, I guess
And
that selfish Lars ain't always gone.
I thought the same thing. That selfish Lars is still there. It's pretty sad too. Like,
Dang, and it's
okay.
like, how did he change from Wanted? He was so nice to Steven in that moment. Like they were almost
and then
brothers.
He changed back to this. I mean, he didn't show any disrespect to Steven and other than that it was in Lars of the Stars. I didn't notice that. But what I will say is that little thing, the little mark you said he made about him not saying he's supposed to want him not Sadie. Like, are you serious?
Like, bro, that's unnecessary.
Yeah, it really wasn't necessary. I guess it was just kind of prove to everybody that there's this old Lars still somewhat in there, and I think that's kind of disturbing how people say that. Actually, like, come on. First of all, be grateful you're even alive right now. The boy that basically
yeah, Steven literally brought you to life, dude. Like, no other human would ever get that chance.
He would brought you back to life. Like you said, no one will get that chance, and had to go through a whole bunch of crap back home because of it. So yeah, I wouldn't be acting like that right now, Mars, because trust me, you may have wanted to send him back home so he could save, but trust me, his mind was not all there when he was back home. So because he was a wreck when he got back home. Now he comes back and finally sees you. He's back at peace again, and you want to act like that? Really? Steven's back at peace again. Glad to see you're alive and well, and you want to act like that? It just proves something. It just proves sometimes old habits never die.
I think that's what that episode was trying to show, because probably Rebecca thought like, oh, everybody's gonna think that Lars so changed, and then all of a sudden he's gonna like bring out this episode that really he hasn't.
Yeah, I think after that episode, you just kind of proved something. Lars really, there's still shades of that old Lars in there. There is, and I think honestly, it was a little bit distasteful of him to literally carry out like that. I don't think really. I'm the last episode called Lars's Head really stuck out to me because I really hope they would build it. After that episode, I was like, I hope they build on this new relationship between Steven and Lars because I hope they build on it and make them more like brothers, like they're like a team, like probably like brothers. You know what I mean? But they
Yeah,
didn't do
I
that.
get it.
But when it came to Lars of the Stars, they did not do that. They just made Lars seem like a jerk, if anything. And again, he wasn't jerkish towards Steven. I mean, for crying out loud, I think that would take a lot of people off if that happened. I would say, if you're a fan of the show or not, that would take a lot of people off. I mean, if he was jerkish in the episode towards Steven, in Lars towards Steven, it'd be like, okay, this dude is being a jerk to someone who quite literally brought him back to life. Who literally cried and brought him back to life. You know how many people be ticked off because of that? Shoot. And if he would have done that, I would have been ticked off. I would just change the channel right there. Like, dude, you're being a jerk to somebody who literally brought you back to life. But thankfully, he didn't do that. At least I don't think he did. I got to rewatch the episode myself, but I don't think he was like that towards Steven, was he? He wasn't disrespectful at all, was he? I didn't see most of the episode. I was doing something.
I didn't really notice.
I don't think he was being a jerk towards Steven or Connie. I just think that his attitude towards what's going on Earth was kind of distasteful, if anything. Like you said, he said, I'm supposed to be hanging out with the cool kids, not saying like, give me a break, dude. Give me a break. You should be lucky to be alive right now. Shoot, that is, and like you said, I think Rebecca really kind of wanted to show that, even though Steven brought him back to life, and you think he changed, yeah, some habits don't die that easily.
Yeah.
Some habits of people don't die that easily, no matter what you do for them. So, and I think that's kind of an example right there. No matter what you do for somebody, some habits just don't die. That's why Lars is so somewhat of a jerk in Lars of the Stars. Some habits just don't die. But really, back to Lapis for a minute. I think Steven's gonna stay behind in space to find Lapis. Honestly, let's send Connie home.
I could totally see it.
I think Steven's gonna stay behind in space to find Lapis because, like we saw in the leak, Lapis and Steven are in a completely different area. But wait a minute. In a completely different area. Steven wasn't wearing his hoodie. He was wearing his hoodie in that leak too, wasn't he?
Yeah. What if they're at the moon base?
Wait a minute. Steven was wearing his hoodie in that episode. So I think he may have gone home to change. Oh, wait a minute, something's up here. Unless he brought his hoodie with him. I wonder if he went home to grab his hoodie and then came back and then went to then see space. But I wonder if he's going to stay. I honestly think because personally, I think he goes back to space. I do. I don't think he stayed. I think that in that clip he wasn't on Earth, so he may have gone back to Earth for a minute and then come back to space. Because as we saw in the clip, he's clearly on his own. He's with Lapis by himself. The actual Lapis by himself. So more than likely, the gems are back at home, back in space. Probably wondering why he went back to space. Same with Kanye. I think Kanye stayed behind too. But I'm sure he would tell them why. I'm sure he would tell them why. But the fact that they let him go to space is amazing.
We got some trustful gems now.
Yeah, I think he may have gone back to space to find Lapis. But I guess there's gonna be some kind of moment before he goes to find her.
Oh.
I think there's gonna be some kind of moment before he goes to find her. Between him, the gems, and Connie. But where could he be going though? Because the episode itself, because like we saw in the leak, they're separated from each other. They're all sitting on the beach, but Steven and Lapis aren't there. Kind of weird.
Very.
And exactly, and wherever Lapis is, it's somewhere in space. It has to be somewhere in space. Because the one we saw on the beach, and Peridot looked depressed for some reason. Remember? Peridot was really depressed for some reason.
Answer this. When is she not?
No, but do you think she's upset because now she lost two of her friends? Steven did his best to comfort her. Now he's gone. Lapis already left. Now Steven's gone again. She's lost two of her friends now. You think she's upset about that? Possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think now he's gone back. He's gone back in space. I'm sure. I'm under the assumption that Peridot really none of them wanted him to go to space by himself again. Because now I think they're depressed that now both him and Lapis are gone.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe the gems actually have faith in Steven that he'll bring her back.
That would be so amazing if they actually approved of him going to space to find Lapis. He wants to do this. He wants to do this by himself. And you know what? If that happens, I think he's gonna pull it off too, because he's somewhere in space finding Lapis. He has to be. Steven is somewhere in space fighting Lapis.
Oh, tell me to do.
That would be so awesome if they made an arc of him trying to find Lapis, because that was what basically the Lapis, the Malachite art was about. Get dumped on. Okay, no more Undertale references. That's getting old. Good grief, with this. Good grief. Okay. I think I know where to go. I think I know where to go.
Oh man, I can't stream no longer.